We're going to be upping our classic physique weights for the pros slightly.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Physique Fitness. Starting today's video with a breaking news as the NPC Pro League announces new weight caps for classic physique division. That will come into effect immediately, meaning that will be applied to the upcoming Tampa Pro this coming weekend.
Upping our classic physique weights for the pros slightly, going into effect immediately at the upcoming pro shows this weekend.
So whenever we talked about classic physique, this discussion always came up that the short guys are at a disadvantage compared to the 6-footers, like Chris Bumstead, and it took the officials many years to realize this problem. But they finally listened to the athletes and made this big decision.
We took a look and realized that one height grouping had a little bit of an advantage over other height groups. This height grouping is over 6'1" and up to and including 6'2". The weight jump from the previous weight goes up by 10 pounds.
Not only did they announce that the height of every classic physique athlete will be measured 3 times during a calendar year, and average will be taken as the final measurement. Now, if we look at the top competitors, who will these new measurements benefit the most? The unanimous name here will be none other than Terrance Ruffin, because he will be allowed to weigh 7 pounds more than previous weight cap. That is a big jump for Terrance, and I am 100% sure he will be relieved to hear that. Because if you guys remember, Terrance had to weigh himself twice at the Olympia last year, because he was a little over the weight cap initially. It will be a shame if we do not mention Breon Ansley, the former 2-times classic physique Mr. Olympia. The man struggled to make the weight cutoff for 7 years straight, and the year he switched from classic to the 212, they increased the weight limits. I bet Breon would have considered staying in classic if this was announced earlier. But I think Breon is ready to mentally go up against a bigger challenge in the form of 212 class. And to be honest, this new height weight measurement would have certainly benefited him. As per his trainer and coach Chris Cormier, Breon was so ready weeks out, and he had to lose more than 10 plus pounds just to make the weight cutoff. So let's see how he does in the 212 division this year. Let's talk about Ramon Dino now, who can weigh 4 additional pounds compared to previous protocol. All of us know that Ramon had to go through a real struggle to make the cutoff last year. So an additional 4 pounds mean he will be bigger, rounder and fuller. People arguing that he will now beat Chris Bumstead without even considering the fact that Chris is allowed to weigh an additional 2 pounds as well. But the thing is, it really isn't about weight for Chris. I mean, the man didn't even weigh 240 pounds last year, which was his weight cap. He was still a few pounds short of his weight cutoff. So people need to understand this. It isn't about weight cap for this guy. His structure is so far superior to anyone in this division. Even with these new rules, Chris will still look the biggest on that stage. Urs, as expected, is extremely happy with this decision, and it turns out he is not 6 feet tall, so at 5'11", he will be allowed another 4 pounds on his frame. And the way Urs grew during this off-season, he needed that desperately. Now all that talk of him switching to men's open bodybuilding, now or the future will end. 4 pounds on his frame can make a huge difference.
We're giving the 2 pounds to the over 6'1" up to including 6'2", so they also get a little bit of a weight increase. The lowest height classes will be getting 7 additional pounds.
So let's see how much improved his back, and most importantly, how his arms will look at this year's Mr. Olympia. This new height and weight announcement has created so much excitement, because all the fans can now look forward to new and improved packages from some of the top athletes who were struck due to this weight restriction.
This will include the 2 pound jump that the over 6'1" and up to including 6'2" got, and the 5 pounds to make up the difference from the 5 pound weight jumps they got compared to the 10 pound weight jump.
A huge congratulations to the legend, the 7 times Mr. Olympia Phil Heath, who will be stepping into the International Sports Hall of Fame in 2024.
Phil, I'm calling you on behalf of the International Sports Hall of Fame. This is Fairfax High Lead, Senior Vice President. On behalf of the Hall of Fame, I'd like to offer you brother of induction.
Holy smokes.
Class of 2024.
So he is joining an elite club with the likes of Arnold, Franco, Lee Haney, Ronnie Coleman, and Jay Cutler. And it is really well deserved. I mean, Phil Heath era, the way he dominated over the course of 7 years, and the way Phil won some of these titles, for instance the one in 2013, where he was called out for one comparison, and then he was sent back, because he was heads and shoulders above the competition. I don't think we are gonna witness something like that in the near future. There was a reason Phil Heath was called a gift. At his best, he could enter any era in the sport of bodybuilding and fight for the biggest title. Ronnie Coleman attested to that. Kevin Lavron, who saw Phil Heath backstage in 2016, the year Kevin made his comeback, his actual words were that Phil was just flawless. And these are the legends of the sport who competed in the 90s era, the golden era of bodybuilding. So a huge congratulations to Phil Heath, and I am glad to see him rocking a solid look at the age of 43. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.